What's up, guys, and welcome back to another video. Once again, it is about the European Champions Cup, and what I'm going to do in this video and the next video coming up is to just give a brief preview from my side of the two games, the two semi-final games, the teams and players who I think to look out for. Obviously, my knowledge isn't as strong as you guys who know it from Europe and who are watching this tournament, but I will definitely give my thoughts from the best of my ability. I've been watching the short highlights of the games, and honestly, what I've seen is truly amazing stuff. It's exciting rugby. The atmospheres in the stadiums are truly electric. Good crowds. I don't know if it's been like that the whole season, but I know in South Africa, Super Rugby, the start's always dead, and then towards the end it gets better and bigger. New Zealand generally produces a good crowd, especially with their top teams, as well as Australia. They're not too bad as well, but really the crowds were electric. The rugby is truly special and exciting from the teams that played. Never give up attitudes and true proper great rugby, and it's good as a fan to see. And for me, who watches a lot of Southern Hemisphere rugby, it was good to see the Northern Hemisphere rugby being just as exciting. And for me personally, seeing a few familiar faces in those teams definitely was awesome to see. So let's get to the team preview for me. Alright, Racing 92. Just jotted just the 3 points that stood out for me in those quick highlights I watched of their game in the quarterfinal. Great passing to get the breaks. The breakthroughs that they got were truly amazing. The teamwork in order to pass the ball to get to the breaks was outstanding, and the tries scored were brilliant. Daniel Carter's experience definitely helped Racing. When he came on, things started happening again, and I think he's definite key factor to have in that team. Obviously, Pat Lambie is brilliant at what he does, but to have a backup like Dan Carter, one of the greatest ever fly-offs in world rugby, is truly outstanding, and that's definitely in the favour of Racing. So great to have a player like that in their team. Crowd, I've noted, they seemed a bit pissed off, but obviously it was the opposing team that were booing the whole time. But again, brings me back to the electricity in those crowds, the excitement, the atmosphere, the pumps. I mean, really, it's exciting stuff to watch. And I mean, I was just listening with my headphones, and I felt I was there. So that was quite outstanding to look for. So some really good points for Racing to look forward to, and to move on going into their semi-final game against Munster. If we look at the players I've highlighted for Racing, I've got Leone Nakarawa, phenomenal player. He's been playing so well. Got a few good points in his positions in the stats from the breaks and all that jazz. So well done to him, and definite player to watch out for if I was a Munster. I've got Patrick Lambie, obviously, just from what I've seen him play, he's a great player. Also, for a little guy, he's got heart of gold. Dynamite comes in small packages, remember that. Someone asked me, would I put him in my Springbok squad? I said I'm not quite sure, because I'm still concerned with his injuries. When he played for the Sharks, he got injured quite a lot. Springboks as well. So for me, that's always a question mark on him for me. But great talent and on form, and he seems to be doing quite well in the Northern Hemisphere. So definite player you got to jot down to look out for. I've got Mark Andrio, phenomenal player. He played extremely well in the quarterfinal. So definite player to watch out for as a Munster fan. I've got scrum off Maximum Mashinau. Forgive me if I said that wrong. Another great little talent. Scrum off, so important in your team. They control the game. They pass the balls to get you far. So he's definitely in my watch list for the players to look out for. And then lastly, but not least, the man himself, Daniel Carter. He started off the bench. He probably might start off the bench again, but that experience coming on against a team like Munster is so important and will definitely benefit them going forward. he is the best. Well, yeah, he is the best in the world, and what he does. Yes, Johnny Sexton is catching up and could maybe overtake him, but we can't forget the talent that is in Daniel Carter, and to have someone like him in your team as a backup is truly outstanding. So, Racing's got a great team. They've got a good team, and they have other fantastic players that I haven't mentioned in there who can take them to it. They've never won this cup, so they've got everything to play for. They want to win. Munster's won it twice already, so they've got so much to play for. So who knows what could happen. It's going to be an exciting game. And then obviously let's look at Munster. They won in 2005 and they won in 2007. The notes that I had from the quarterfinals, again, strong breaks and awesome team passing in order to get those breaks and capitalising on scoring tries. It was really exciting stuff. Conor Murray looking cheeky as usual, but brilliant, and also scored a great try. Fantastic player. Another genius to have in your team, and a definite advantage for Munster, just from his experience, from what he was like in the Six Nations. Totally the standout scrum half in World Rugby. And just ahead of Aaron Smith, in my opinion. He's just a phenomenal, great player, and I'd definitely watch him and mark him if I were racing 92. And then the other note, Conway, amazing break and fantastic try. That was truly special. One of you said, G-Man, check this link out to his try, and it was truly outstanding. The way he scored it was amazing, and his speed was just as good. It was truly special stuff. Players I've got to look out for Munster is CJ Stander, of course. You cannot forget that man. He is a genius. He's a pro. He's so damn good at what he does. He is a South African, which makes him even better. Just kidding. Just kidding. Don't come on. All going to probably be fluking me now. But a genius of a player who should be playing for South Africa, but isn't. So well done, Ireland. Use him. You deserve him, because South Africa made a stupid mistake with that. But brilliant player, brilliant leader, and exciting stuff I'm expecting from him in that semi-final. Peter O'Mahony, forgive me if I said that wrong, another great play. He played outstanding in the quarter-final. Definite player to look out for. I've got Keith Earls, obviously. Cannot forget him. We know what he's capable of. We know his talent. He had a good Six Nations season. So for me, he's got to be a player to watch. And then I've also added in Andrew Conway, just from that try, what I saw. If he can produce that same level, same intensity, that speed and that break, he could definitely score some good tries going in the weekend. And that's going to do it for my notes for Munster. Overall, this game, Racing versus Munster, is going to be truly exciting. It's going to be tough. It's going to be to the wire. I think it's going to be close, but I'm not going to give you the prediction, because that's for the predictions video. And that's going to do it, guys, for today's video. Tomorrow is going to be the preview like this for Lesnar versus Scarlett. Also, it's going to be a good one, sharing my points of my notes for the two teams. And as well as players to look out for. So make sure you've hit that subscribe button so you can keep up to date. This was a good video. I enjoyed doing it. Just watching the Northern Hemisphere rugby teams playing. It was truly exciting to watch. Intense, strong, and what I really want to see happen is winner versus winner of Super Rugby. Let's make it happen, because that's going to be a cracking game. Southern Hemisphere rugby is definitely on the rise and is brilliant, obviously with New Zealand. But the other two teams, South Africa and Australia, are coming up. But what I saw in the Northern Hemisphere is truly outstanding. I didn't expect it to be as intense, strong, hard, fiery, passion, emotion that it was. The crowds were intense, and the crowds pulled me up just as much as the game does. So for me, that really made it electric and exciting to watch. So I'm excited to watch this semi-final games. It's going to be exciting stuff. that's going to do it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. If you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button so you can keep up to date with future content. We got one more preview video, Leicester versus Scarlets, and then we have the predictions and recap. So European fans, hit that subscribe button. So I'll see you guys soon for another video. Stay safe and never give up. Cheers.